Empire FM so ne Ekosiisen dwumadi no asuguso a utie no check with your time. It's some 38 after 5 in studio. Dennis Miracles Abuaje, or a member of the NPP's National Communications team. Ono ankasa nso executive director edema the Interministerial Committee in charge of decentralization and local government, or sign a director at the presidency for local government decentralization and rural development. Wabekansa ewo studio ha sound so and a lawyer Sami Jemfi, a national communications officer edema the opposition and DC on also a student in Penifo Minu and aiding commodity your saibonsu from Yobia Mejoso. Before say Yebeko break no na lawyer Sami Jemfi Akasa enti I would go to Miracles, but I will say starting your main issues no and Miracles will have his time and within the time no or some also quick rebuttals be we are na main issue no or the atwaso the
No, I want to know how much time because you know
and we can do 20 sure.
So it is 5:40
yeah
by your watch, right?
Sure,
so it finishes by 6.
5:40. No, I don't count. Additional 5 more minutes. Yes.
Obi,
Miracles to us.
Because
why?
I don't know.
We've agreed. Say extra.
No, it cannot be 5 minutes. On the strategy, I mean, you are giving us 20 minutes, 20 minutes. That's all. It is 5:40. By 6, I have to speak. Yes, our time at the moment.
The same thing. I had a phobia no beka. Enti opa minkasa 2 minutes am fama no. Opa kwa so metu be jama no. E ja so no ye communications officer. Ono ye one on one. Obi de tie ne say. Yes. De tie ne say obi we e na mo finish e be kasa. Ghana for no maso sisi e mo nim fry. Mo omundi. The fact of the matter is that some media feeling the party Ghana for did omundi. So I just omundi mo so ntro ne kontompo ne de keka omundi obi. Masani letter bia mo. Date when also.
Let me check.
The date in the because of some of the details in now no about heading also. Person me demand worker. Open the date. Which date is on it?
Okay. Let me see. 29th March 2023. I think Ghana Education Service to dear independent offer of appointment as teaching staff in Ghana Education Service.
TV radio so. Now okache say afimuni nyina buying for BI buying your recruitment freezy na there. That is why I keep telling you say MPP no in our worst scenario no still are better than you. When Jim say 2023 betumi afa nipa because we breso no emra wunya difficulty the challenges no when to me anye so what you say enti na ye won no but we are recruiting. This is 29th March 2023 enye we pay Ghana Health Service afa nipa. So what I say, my bobo, some of the other friend is saying places are buying FNIPA about Andrew was saying Vice President by a whole list. Obi, listen, Vice President, to a verifiable. You can verify from the Controller Accountant General. You can verify from your friend is saying SNITs. Because him say Obia your funnel informal employment biano. You turn the social security man. So what I say, it's easy so be verify. It doesn't lie in your mouth. When somebody has supplied you with data, Amao say, aha, ya funny padodo say, aha, ya funny padodo say, oh, and watch out year behind your fire. It doesn't lie in your mouth because you are National Communications Officer of the NDC to just come and say, it is up to you to get up. And the crane body RTI, it's your RTI. Go and verify. I'm padisuya. I'm packing kind. Say you're riding on the emotions and the sentiments of the people. And I keep saying, NDC, they are going to be very disappointed because in our lowest end, Krampono, what a shock. One jendi, ye aquine, and now me no kase ubi. Labadi ne fenana. Ye guzwa ye. Ho quine. So I just say, Koshe Kwabre East. Maybe any issues no kwa. So I just say, yeah, in across the country. Of course there are challenges. Of course there are difficulties. But there na no Ghana for anka say da krope ye be osoro ahememu. Ne mo Ghana for say why na momu ni daso. Say niyama betumi ayeden ayeye na konkan amomo. That is what the people of Ghana are looking at. It doesn't lie in your mouth. Now wo buy okeka and na ndc abreso na say mo na mo COVID. Mama breso no US almost going into economic crisis. Omunya 40-year-old inflation. More breast no Turkey omunya 80% inflation. Turkey omunya 80% inflation. Russia no money Ukraine kontokwa. O te say na Brazil ni Vietnam focus say any Turkey focus omunya input omunya fi Russia any Ukraine no. Sa input na ho ayedin. Ne bo ayedin ti amomo so omo no ma bo ayedin. China almost shut down 3 years. Till to date, you know China economy is still shut down. They are still not opened fully to the world. Near money a coffee, you a friend say take here. Near bet can $100 no, and they can $180. Am I American Vice President Ghana Kamala Harris wanted to kind about her own economy and what is happening in the global economic space. Yeah, who boy who they say in spite of all these challenges, no, Ghana former ebeko school free. In spite of all the difficulties, a more thing said den kro omonko tinem. Na nyina yembo boy ho kakranka na yemfampi ankola no because ye kasa ye pose na ye gya tese na momo pose a lot of the social interventions na tama ye ho beto ye na ye beba no na nkola no bebri aka chiri the school adan ye yesisi. Even in spite of all the school buildings we have put up across the country, still yeah, that's what infrastructure deficit. Shakoya yaba ye twitwa still yeah, that's what road deficit. Inti enye no one say wa better reduce no watietim no wakana ye ba ye na eti say ena na sort eti say ena na nchini eti say ena na Ghana for nim nyina ena still omu nim say no anka ye mu na mu wo ho anka wan hankra nkomuti ate enti no omu obibika de ye pese ye ma ndc for kan ye tene say ade na eti say ayese MPP for ye ni say ye ba ye be ni say up to no mu ka bi ni say some ka just on social intervention ba ko no so ntumi am up to now on tumi on ni bi miwa sa wo ya ban a ade a obetumi aye na Ghana ni bia o man ni matumi nya ade o man no ho fa so no any social intervention because bi sa wo de aban sika ekoye la road a wo water crowd dey fa ho no wa because on me fa la wo pe wo de wo krom so wa just here aban so ntumi nya sika nya obia infrastructure man at once into social intervention policies ne pe in making sure say anya hwe krampo na wuti yi anka wo fase bia anka be hia 3000 Ghana cedis akotu ya admission fee as wa kwasini high school no efiri wo so enti sika be money your pocket money and in books nka kra obeto and in provisions bi atawo kaso because anka sa school fees 3000 that's wo ha anka do person their cap provisions in schools e friend say books no. That is what we are talking about. It is that level of sensitivity in e kan ho asem eno na e kan ho asem en kolado do aye ba ya no mutifie aya form nyumem data ni and doesn't lie in your mouth to say say no crow ya ma obebi ade ni fi ya kire onis the fapem san kola no mu nya gugu fie mo ka che omo so mo kodo grass o ka che omo say wonya magician. That is what we are talking about. If they have no alternative for us, they should just keep quiet. Someone need be people be on me catch say oh Ghana for I didn't why edin mo hwa aban no kra dia to be say mo edin na mum ye hwese na omom si ye na anka ye na ye ba ya anka ye ni say anka ye be ni say ntimo hwa so na mfanto. Now you think Ghanaians will go and vote for you simply because they feel say rice boy edin and into ye beto ba wo ba e kwan be na be fa so be ma rice aka 2 Ghana cedis and no person mote o catch ro mo. That's how every serious opposition campaigns so ye opposition no na ye catch Ghana for say nkola 135,000 na gufie no ye ba ye be ma school aye free near pesca is school adan say be on betumi akọ school ina Ghana for oh when ye ntomo ye buy ne yaye iti catch Ghana for say cement na akọ 100 cedis no ye ndc ye buy ye be ko 2 Ghana cedi na ekwan ye be fa so ye be ko 2 Ghana cedi nie say na be ya omuji wudi a no ma ye den o ma to ama ba won to better say cement ko 100 cedis ntimo to aba man na asa na ebu o man.
The constituency secretary for the NDC was Ladade Kotopon Jifaguno or say Obi. The contractors on the whole and the La Route have packed away. I am the constituency secretary for Ladade. Jifaguno no deno babeka. Jifaguno ono deno no kre. No kre.
And the road works on the La Road is ongoing. The road works on the whole road is ongoing. Now, say I shared the video. I think a few days ago, I shared the video on the progress of work on whole road. It's ongoing. I'm on by the whole road. I don't mind.
We say, Obi, please, what is the source of the prices of all the rice Honorable Sami Jemfi was mentioning? Can he produce a single receipt to back his argument? Can he state one alternative to reduce the prices when voted to power? The alternative is indeed empty and scary. Anyway, what was the price of Fortune rice as at the time they took over? Master Planner Junior Ewokin Tampo. Engineer Kofi Edu says, Obi, good afternoon. Today, Miracles has really met the god of communications. Sami, the NDC is blessed to have you, bro. The sanitary pad reference was dope. It is clear the NPP has mismanaged our country and we need to rescue our people. Vote JM in 2024 to rebuild Ghana. Engineer Ebenezer Edu Ewo Ahanta West and Oduweya Brain. We say, Obi, can Sami Jemfi help us with a region that saw outbreak of measles because of the shortage of vaccines? Nanam Ponsa Bediakon Edie any messages no does. We say, Obi, I used that stretch today. Contractors are working on the stretch. Jesse Boakon Ewo Mamprobi. Miracles in the Twasoma me I believe so Rebata where we let's deal with the issues in Professor Frimpong Boateng, Al Jazeera documentary, rebuttal from the presidency, and all the NDC's press conference on those issues. Me
that's it. Yes. I think say area we who say Omampeni Edene Kasa Afa Obi 1 minute in patrol na timekeeper.
No, you have. I think you have 10 more. You have 10 more.
Now then, what did they make? And I come time. No rebuttal now. The man, no, they are coming.
Oh, that be my year.
And I said we agreed.
My year.
No, because I started as
oh, they kasa. My year. You just talk.
Enti and uti Obi, and of course, from day one, nobody has taken that video seriously.
Emudia heno.
Al Jazeera. Yeah, I mean, I know they are no Mogo. Nobody has taken it seriously because you see, on my way, who say video ne baako Al Jazeera video mu ye na Akufo-Addo na ne picture ne ba o picture na so who say Sami Jemfi no nkofo kofa na Akufo-Addo ndo obia picture bi to nchen video baako nchen na no mo de nam. The fact of the matter is that na dan Akufo-Addo since the year 2000 law edwuma no kon ye bi da na wakoye lawyer mo bi
only active practice.
Yes, on practice.
But I don't just was easy to be a lawyer.
Yeah, but with me catch say since that time on year law edwuma ye no he has been pursuing his political way into on practice here. He hasn't practiced. That is the fact since 2000.
But any lawyer be a court going lawyer. In Tibia only active practice of the court. And it doesn't give legal advice to
law. I didn't need representing as a lawyer. So
why did the guys say that? Can be
and na submit here or a friend say Jifa Gunu send no message say la omojai a friend say so I can go from him. Say no so I can go from him. Submit here or fake a friend say prices or the account. So I can go from him. When it's Obiakasa. The point is that it is not enough for somebody to say me Miracles my representing as a lawyer. I don't friend say representation na another the man no on found document be anchre. So at least lawyer represent to us or best sign BB and no better letter be ama obimwa when we be sir. Obi to me tonight a friend is saying Obi to me catch say na me Ghana na me $100 million contract. And I me say $100 million contract on Obi. Enti when produce certificate back umpo. It's business no here no IPC back umpo wen. Award letter back umpo de chire wen. So I just say no I can't try now you see again Kofi to one na say be o vindication bias NDC for no omo nyate na do di ne de say no kre no ma fa no mo de nam omo for alternative bi amba omo nka de omo de ombeye no mo de nam obi ade we hwan pa na sebe nyansa woni tirimu ade we obeje atum say no kre hwan I'm here to see any Ghanaian who share that video now for serious. Everybody knows there's an NDC propaganda pushing it. Say obi kotra TV so okasa obi ngofo ndwa wonum. In fact, video no cry at the end no cry kwai ka say nsem okay nyino boa. So have you seen that video? Have you watched the video? At the end no kwai no cry kan in the video is there. Al Jazeera for nankasa tray say later kwai be ka say no dwa nanum. It is in the video. You can play it is there. In fact, and in another day to Asante letter no cry no capture wom. Etro wom. Enti so man penny trauma Al Jazeera for say the omatro no omagun hu fi na ka so moma akwane ma a friend is saying engineer so no man ma evidence and some publish here odika Omo 7 days say Omo retract no more apologize. I know Al Jazeera is an international media house and I know say they will do the right thing. But Obi when here DBA man is substance, the man the only person who way substance and it's a media no communication for. And they me o kind 10 hours when masem Ghana ni bi on no fan serious because nana do account clearly. Me here lawyer ni Juma no crebi na ma represent Obi. Me chambers no kra no Ekufado prepare nko no kra no hasn't even represented the said gentleman in under any circumstance. Ebiem nipa na say me no my contract into when to me have contract document bi ba company den amount. No be obi to be 30 guys say or smuggle gold $40 million every day every month. Now so the same person be never do it.
Why it's not possible?
No be no man penny na ono. Sa $40 million or the be mo bi ono nka so onfa. So man penny no ono $40 million gold no. Obi me $40 million and remember myself akwa Abraham ya metu afa. I mean sometimes when we are doing the proper when we are pushing some of these things we should yan kai yan ho kakra. Obi omo kan nyina omo ka baby akwa no kan che Al Jazeera for say do kan no bo. It's in the video and they want to say some media fika da. Where in the video the guy said say we do kan na no dwane num. Oboa because indeed Obi so be my contract so mama our letter. Let him produce the contract. In fact project that particular project now o kan wasem na wen. Obi project $100 million no I don't know 1 point so I just say at least what we can say the Termine Pakandai railways no what I say $100 million near the man na me into no kra one kan two tia one kasa hu sa de no kan nyansa nim I nunti opposition party muni hwe kan ti ma fa mo de nam no mo mu tia de mo hu se me nyansa nim say o say $100 million project na we when to me project go di anchero when to me amfa e friend say checks awaji aban tuama no ana receipt bi ana certificate bi a raise here ana even into ano nti wo hwe nti wo hu sa de na oka no se be nyansa nim no kre so wo hwe de na se nyansa nim owie no eno no asa be ka se no kre de oka ni nyina oboa. It's in the same video ono aka ye Al Jazeera for na nkasa is in the video e ka say later akwa ne be ka say de oka ni nyina no oboa no dwane num ade na ndia mo ka wasem and this for some to me the time for throwing cat. Obi, who your president, a becca once a meboa. Who your man penny, a possible say a becca once a niema. But some a bill high, some be a car. Air for you call a crash. When I did when you crab any. Obi, so far, me gonna be a minute didn't come out. I video of any serious. This will be a media feeling communication officer because, of course, somebody Obi, you can't take it away from them. They are doing their work, they are doing their job. Eti pass asam nto ncha na me quickly me nko into the galamsey matter. Obi on my way yetimu a yekọ be nyina na enim se galamsey e wo my way mu meboa galamsey e ba enye ne even in the 1900s na galamsey wo ho but the story be a BBC4 published on the June 1st 2017 almost say there has also been an influx of foreigners who have changed galamsey from the one-time romantic activity to a frighteningly brutal undertaking. Galamseyers, as I have heard them called, now have armed guards and do not hesitate to use guns when threatened. We have gone high-tech and graduated to earth-moving equipment and use arsenic and mercury to get gold. The result is that almost all our water bodies have been polluted and our forests have been denuded. Someone suggested that we might run out of safe water by 2030 if things continue as they are. Almost all our rivers have gone a funny color, and the water company is struggling with the purification systems as the waters are alarmingly polluted. This is June 1st, 2017. Obi, June 1st, 2017. This is the state of Galamsey and the state of our water bodies when we came to power. BBC, eti the description of our water bodies and the state of Galamsey and a BBC describe it. What is your kind Obi? Before NDC bar power 2009 to 2016. Na Galamsey oh e ya so ene dade ne pikas. No mo ko boa sefo no ma no matu na no a. No mo da begira bebi no ma ohoro kakra no mo nya kakra kofie. It was between 2009 and 2016. And mo de Galamsey ya yehu ibae. And this is a description that was made when we came to power. The water bodies were dirty. In fact, Obekaya, multimedia mo any city when I started the fight against Galamsey 2017 latter second or third or fourth quarter in 2017 and I'm raising a friend is saying river bodies issues Saturday about how many days how many days enti ohun sami je finu akogire nso no akosa osemunhwe water bodies. The water bodies were destroyed praying another than Kwekufado. What another than Kwekufado rather did was that when he realized that the water bodies have been destroyed when he came to power, he decided to fight that canker. Obi Galamsey we say cocaine ne drugs yeah Kosovo, Mexico ni Colombia no. It's a cartel. Asofo ka ho, ahemfo ka ho, politicians ka ho, civil society organizations. Omokro omo ye anti illegal mine omo nyina ebi ka ho. You hear their names, private individuals. So there is a need for constant, dedicated effort, hard work, dedication, education, and even mindset change. In another shas here, in kakra. Ogusu ya de way you saw the results. Obi, yeah, kind of cry, and you would attest here, even in multimedia here, your stories are online. 2019, latter part to 2020 first quarter. The media houses started taking shots of how the water bodies have started improving. Okay. No, don't you remember?
Yeah.
When they were comparing it to what we met in 2017 to how it has turned in 2020. We're making progress. Until these same NDC guys jumped onto the Galamsey fight and almost started some of their campaign. On Mampeni John Mahama Nankasa, the president himself, a court Galamsey areas or catch them say, more yachichim gumunino. Me moto abama me na me ba me yi mu nyina na me di mfidi a yaje firi mu nsem nyina ma na makwa emodwuma. National officers of the NDC ewura Galamsey pit so Kwaku Boahen video no o say mo parliamentary candidate dia munim so no mo na Galamsey wa ha me Kwaku Boahen ene Tony Obin Dr. Ogina hoyi se moto abama NDC a ono na yede no be communals commission da mo be hu say yato aba ye wi no sa da no mu nyina mo bra na mo Galamsey. Obi, NDC controls about 48% of the voter population in this country. If you are fighting a canker like this, that's the biggest opposition party. Embra ye ni abra ye kontokwa no no call round. No no catch on some mama ye buy mama ye Galamsey. Obi na some mike it's on video. And yes me bom trimra it's on video. And you na be cheche mo de o kan it's on video. O kasa asem ya e be dey no wetumi di sa ntokwa yi eso nkonim. And a bre. You call 2020 elections. Obi, you call 2020 elections. You saw the number of MPs who fell casualty to your fight against Galamsey. Because NDC for promise you, NDC for promise you, some candidates now, candidates now, Galamsey. So they voted against our people and voted against our party. And in 2021, Obi yenina na my lobby. So I just here. And now Uti Eposa from Pombati on Wankasa Kase. On Wankasa he himself has said, say. Embra Okof chief of staff one na chief of staff kan say na djuma we nyina yi wan fa your friend is saying report be amanti ko fa report bra obi wa ko nipa na ozo pe djuma ye na nipa ne ka jo say there bi wo no we djuma odi kan first time na so ni because still no we still have the issue of Galamsey intuntu minya we djuma bi na djuma na no so o enyame no say be o enyame na you know typical na they are catch media na tama we djuma no report be na che say they are okay it is na okoye na okofa church oniema obi anemu ye ne ya ontumi nya na djuma de you can be sure so betro BS otro again just as we always do to our body politics obi ani din beba ne trim bia no why den no wabo you were chairman of the committee SSF fighting Galamsey so unim say miracles me Galamsey don't just write and say miracles ye Galamsey o tro na ka say miracles ye Galamsey o mango ase na ne mango ase site nie Obi yes and no because you are presenting this report to the chief of staff. Say the be chief of staff be to me I did juma. Afa o de chichiro obi na adwen besi obi te say Kojo Opon Nkrumah, one of the most respectable young people in this country. Obi opa Kojo Opon Nkrumah your friend is saying Facebook war and I say ne DC Facebook war Paula Samoa constantly shares not just update of a friend is saying the fight against Galamsey videos or shit and fan or Chinkrofo way before we even go to this point. Check Kojo Opon Nkrumah. I am yet to see any member of parliament May 20th 2022. This is on Kojo Opon Nkrumah for Yebi's constituency. I say request to extend Operation Halt into my constituency. Okay. This is Kojo Opon Nkrumah. Despite efforts by government to prevent Galamsey activities in various communities in the country, some operators within Ofoasua Yebi constituency have returned to mining illegally along the banks of the Pride River. the constituents living close to the river banks and vegetable grower associations have expressed worry about the negative impact of the illegal mining activities. I therefore write to humbly request your good office to extend Operation Halt to the Ofuasi Ayerebi constituency. Obi, has another one, 7th February 2023. Another one, and these are pictures. On one case pictures I was share and the DC and then penny for Eshe Chamfan Ewonsuoso. Sami Jemfini ni NDC for Kotota. Oma cover video. Obi mu no kasa. Mo me hwe kojo opon kroma ne galamsey site. Mo me hwe your friend is saying bodyguards ni security e wa ha any machines. Obi, o see security wa site wo. It would just site when I okra video a wutwa. We see heavy machines. Nso we ntwa heavy machines ba kokra ye dey. Ambem. Kojo opon kroma, we see afedie wa ko free journalist akotena baby. Any o makokasa so mo yes smear campaign. Or the evidence about Betcher, old Mamma Nusi, why? Would they be a fatal meaning? Oh, no, sir, me, or the evidence, oh, 1 minute, you 1 minute, and then some say a castle. Oh, that be, Obi, some say a time. Almost say, or say, the Okakawa meeting as in the, or the pictures are back, or the one on your more meeting mobile. They're not me expecting to say, Obe respond, they say, Miss Omina Swa, Obi frame me say. Obi so afre nipa na ka che ne se kojo opon kroma ne nkrofo bi hye ade na yes ah Charles ni take na Charles ubo ne din no wa ma enyina so Lord Kome no wa ma enyina so Gabi ye lawyer Sami Jamfi mitiwe se menya asem a kina me lawyer me fa ne Sami Jamfi but obi sa no menya asem a me fa Sami Jamfi no wa be asem lawyer it is Sami Jamfi oya lawyer wo no obeye adwuma ma me asem lawyer wo say Sami Jamfi ye NDC National Communications Officer. And Dennis Miracle saying yes, and we be the amanity. Sami Jemfi interfere. Now, the Juman is saying to the extent in Pose, Embrasa Gabi company, Gabi intervene here or day, more a day, a friend is a more quarter or more winnie. Attorney General, SI at the case no appeal. Emma, Attorney General, overtane court will no. And the Gabi now, what I say, you are trying to impose or the influence. I interfere in Wejumano. And the same Gabino, I use the influence and prevent the Attorney General from appealing. The government wants to fight Galamsey, and that is why even after Gabi's clients had won a case, the Attorney General went to appeal.
Okay.
But of course, as usual, our NDC friends will latch on this and run with it. But Mamika interesting thing,
finally,
in the same report, Professor Frempong Boateng can verbatim or say. Sagana ha opomom ye galamsey omo do so pa NDC for na NDC for ambreso no omo award concessions bebre mo NDC for no especially in the western region, and they used those resources to even sponsor candidates and independent candidates in the MPP strongholds. And you be a me bisa Sami Jemfi say and no crest NDC for the do so ye galamsey ana. If you want to believe everything in the Frempong Boateng's report, then shouldn't we now by now have that belief say NDC for the Galamsey do. Now some Galamsey do they are. What moral authority do they have to comment on Galamsey matters? To the extent that and then NDC for actual petition and common strategy say Omo raise issues on Frempong Boateng. Mahama Yariga in 2016 is on record or say Omo anti-Galamsey fight now NDC for instituted in 2013. Omo to me answer they have failed. And that they failed simply because he doesn't believe, say, they can ever win the fight against Galamsey. Okay. So what is the alternative? Because between 2013 and 2016, they set up the inter-ministerial task force against Galamsey, and their ministers are on record to have said, say, that task force couldn't achieve anything. In fact, Mahama Yariga said, say, Abai should legalize the illegal mining. It's on record. It's reported by multimedia. For the people to go about their business, because places that there are resources, it is difficult to fight. It's the NDC. What is their position on Galamsey? After they have told the people, say when they come, they will let them do Galamsey. And I can bet you, say, and then Obesia Sasana Nubium.
Medase, ma mintie lawyer Sami Jemfi na fe. Obi, Sami.
Medase pa. Wakasa for 27 minutes.
That's 7 income. I
hope so.
No, you're going to give me 27 time. That's I mean what
Obi. Yes.
My
main focus is this Galamsey matter. But also program here soon. And Nipa Bebre Itie. And this will be better na oboni slim a can sembi. Uchatora. Now one tenetre na one way I could be create here no wajedi. It's yen setting records be streets. Minu no bizarre me say NDC minka social intervention ba kwa yaye. That question betrays his understanding of social intervention. It's a very illiterate question. Me pajo kasa na me yekum ti se obema me kwa mama kama sema ekebeboa. Obi get fund NDC na de bae. Social intervention bi aniwa MPP dia ba aboa enwumasua ewo Ghana get fund. Sa ban bi beda so da ye passe yetua VAT to a yenti bi nkoto futuo mu ne yemfa nye mpuntuo ewo ye disua institutions ahodo a ewo man ni mu. Nti say wunnim sa anye marketing kiti we ya you're not even fit for platforms like this.
You get for social intervention.
Obi NDC na ye free cocoa fertilizer program edema cocoa akuafo. Say ye che fertilizer free ama akuafo se na be yo mu cocoa betimi aso. Enye social intervention. Na just say was also go back to JHS. Obi NDC and a free cocoa seedlings program. Hybrid seedlings ye che ni free ma cocoa akuafo. And no social intervention. What is a social intervention? Any intervention by a government in the social affairs of the people. And he said, can kinda usunya dia. They said you claim a man for king say, oh, yeah, the opposite of that. You will not sit on platforms like this and make a mockery of yourself. And this you're buying a chair free laptops, no new chroma. I buy a chair free uniforms. I buy a chair free school sandals. Let this be the last time that you go and sit on radio and ask that illiterate question. And you're number one. Number two, I say, Mekase or Monfe Juma, but the one appointment letter, me Pajobi, if you call him to order and for him to be quiet for me to speak.
This is a strategy. I haven't said anything. This is your strategy. Strategy.
No finance minister now call parliament or presenting the 2023 budget statement. And I'll say, or the tabua to aban adwuma fa nyina so onfo obi adwuma afiwe obi ye budget ni mu ananim nti ntro na yedi ni wa no then you go and bring an appointment letter say ya fa teacher ni ba ko na ya fa fire service. It means that you announce one policy maybe to deceive the IMF and you are doing another thing, but the fact is that you announce a total freeze. In any case, aban be na fa teacher for go and check the EMIS data, Educational Management Information System data between 2009 to 2020 to 2016. A fracture for more than 70,000. Two fracture for kakra again. I say Dr. Bawumia the adwuma create over 2 million figures aba. Mon parking kaintino Dr. Bawumia obedi atro dia dada musa. Because mon kind. And there is nobody in this country or per researcher or be a victim to Dr. Bawumia na trobiem. We twa trosa and ubia eni ni mugidie biem no. Mon fere. Hefa na mu create 2 million jobs. Obi unim say adwuma dodo a aban adwuma ye for dodo a ewo oman ni mu no. Afi bia aban na ko homa bosika enwoma no budget no ye de omododo hye. Omo nko kan. Emre nti me boni taw. 2017 first budget statement a Omampenya Kufuado finance minister Gina Nenemu de koto mrahye bedwafo anim. March 2017 appendix 7 say adwuma ye for dodo a na ewo Ghana. March 2017 we are mema ope soft copy mema ope hard copy amede mema aban adwuma yo for dodo no mu 626,781 appendix 7 omo budget. The title of the table is MDA staff establishment and cost. So what I say, so total now into ministries ni normal list obia staff strength or ceiling of the staff, the highest level those agencies can reach 626,781. And awoba 2023 budget statement omo presente no November yana obi appendix 7 wa so much abanjuma ye for dodo e Ghana. Do you know the figure? 804,240. Now so beto abanjuma ye for 626,781. Nei 804,240 then I can say what created 2 million jobs when the total number of public sector workers in Ghana is 804,000. What if free more the omodi aka ho just a little above 170,000.
There will be some job opportunities and maybe the people will not be be on say controller payroll.
Adwuma na wa listening under ministries. Listen.
Okay, NAPCO
please. One man in Nitro.
No.
Say Anamaya, Dr. Bawumia has been getting away with lies. Hold on.
We are only asking.
Your question is wrong. So let me show you why. Why is it wrong? Because the Adwuma no say o ma fan police for omoda controller and accountant general.
Sure.
For immigration for Adwuma ni nyina ya Adwuma omoda controller and accountant general so. Ministry of Interior, all the MDs when they employ a controller and it.
No, but also omo ya list no omo recruit.
Obi, can I move on? Obi, what show what figures no per ministries.
Okay.
Oko budget ni muswa staff strength no per ministries. Total 804. Who konya 1.2 million for public sector workers wenfa. Mo di trotro Ghana sa no munyai. Ade. Finally na my back galam say nsem so. Obi, say I spoke about ahochire na Ghana for na ye time na enye maye no na enye maye no. Is it waje tum say this year so na enye maye because ye enya COVID ye enya challenges bia. What a very you can say intriguing claim. Enwanwa aban be na betena kunwa so we enya challenges. President Kufuor Breso, there was a global financial crisis. Obi unim. You see, some people should take time and research before they talk. The whole world, there was a global financial crisis. And Ghana, like it has happened to us now. With the global economic crunch, we didn't experience what we experienced in Ghana. Inflation of over 50%, now 45%, unemployment rate of 14%, interest rate of 40%. We didn't experience that. Locally, by no fault of his. And I'm saying, buy what do I buy? And say, na war buy. I'm facing can't change. Na mahodi munti. Ye buy in Kenya nenso. Dum so aba. Where how we? Papa say, me nye excuses. Me solve. Wa solve problem no. Share 2014 to 2016. And ye ma Ghana sike bia the friend of foreign exchange. Gold, cocoa, oil. Ni nyina whatever from say hwi. Ye de nya. IMF ne World Bank ni European Investment Bank amoma ye sika bia se mo ho akere mo sika nanka mo pedi aye mpuntu amanti munyi sika na mo fa so masino. You got 30 billion to manage COVID and spent only 12 billion on it. 80 billion aka modini kwa 12 billion so amacha ma mu party for. Go and read the Auditor General's report. Modi sika yen fansa yare nyafu and you are here making excuses. We got yeso ye challenges and and we solved it. Yamfa Ghana nkwa nkoto amna donko we mu ene yentimi ntua yeka a ene obi ene tutu aka nizemu a wobre nti obi yemra galamsey sem so obi de dikan say Dennis Miracles aboaje mo kasa omunwi hu ye because Al Jazeera enye adwuma yeku ketwa o ma ye nhwehwemu about akronfo nipa bonefo a omobo amampanyi ahodo omo wie sika edisika nisie enye Ghana nko ana nhwehwemu ifa ho obi zo nim sa Zimbabwe, South Africa omunyina nhwehwemu ifa omo bebia Al Jazeera semi efa won ho bia na okwa they are discussing it seriously and they are working at it. Now what ya say Al Jazeera for nhwehwemu no mo ye no de efa Ghana ho no nyansa bi anim na nyansa bi anim a Nana Santi bedi etu oye twetwefo panyimo omampanyi Kufuor a watwere letter tententin we abanhwehwemu anyansa anim no enya atemdidie na wudidi Nana Santi bedi etu. It means you are insulting him. Say nyansa bi anim dia. Why are you busy writing letters about something that nyansa bi anim?
So it is to debunk some of the claims in the documentary.
Na dia nyansa anim ye debunk. Say nyansa anim dia. You say so udware na obodam ni be yuntuma na wudre mikedi na dia. O modam kranche bodam ni no. Enti eze wo person chese na Santi bi edu etu no mampanyi Kufuor de omo so ye ni nyansa bi ani because they are debunking things nyansa bi ani mu mama ni nso ade kakra mo boy kro no say on mine no yes aso ka na mu didi atem. Look at the kind of words they use. Obi so mu free say omo de anoya ne kasatwitwie beba beye asem we ho katasumu mu aso a agrobi no mu di o asem na abeto wo sa na nya asem ketwa. This is a bombshell.
The documentary, no.
Masa, ye Ghana for mo amonti ase no muntie bi o. Papa bia ye fe no Alester Matthias or ye Canada ni. Ghana no di ni juma any amman bebre ni company ba ko ye friend gold dressed e wo Ghana oto gold e de kwa ma no ne koton osanso wo companies wo Ghana from Matthias Holdings a omuye aban contract bebre achinyagye bia ni hu say the said Alessa Matthias operates in Ghana obi achinyagye wo ho bibi sa achinyagye wo je wo e wo ho yes Alessa Matthias ena Al Jazeera for hu say akwawe ni dream wa wo ye no de ha many African countries inti wo say pa ne hontoma ena o mama o madwuma ye fo ahyada akọ ne nchen say o mo so ye businessman o mo so wo sika bi a o manfa kwampa so enye nti o mo pekwan bi so de asie ena Alessa Matthias ne kyerɛkyerɛ o mo kwan ye obetumi afa so along the sika na ma o mo obi say what documentary na say oni say ye tete no ena o kyerɛ mu say oba Ghana mampenyi o wa ye friend William Nanado Danko Akufuado ni chocho mutrom ne me na danfo pa ne me Alessa Matthias na ken no ye me lawyer mpo na boni amidi ni Ghana ne se busumi bia gold am smuggle a Ghana authorities enhu akire mi ntua ho taxes me smuggle free Ghana kwa ma no ne over $40 million busumi bia na de o mampenyi Akufuado ne na aban Alhaji Bawomi amo ne me ye ne se o mo ma me contract no mo de sika ni bia to so adwuma ne meje ami nye o na me de ama subcontractor nti o say na Nado man ne contract $100 million and o de ma subcontractor $80 million and wa no wan pam onya so mfa so $20 million free buntu and also the $15 million come akronfo a ewo MPP na Nado Bawomi aban mu and $5 million odi ye no say na Nado ne na aban mu panyufo de animpo de o de koto Dubai ne bank account mu ma no e ma wo mo. This is the issue I can want them. Was there some I can better no can say nyansa wo.
Yeah, but miracles provided details via of our contract no.
Me pacho obi. Na why na Al Jazeera for ni be shia no. Was he aware say nkomo mu ni ba be didi no. Na nka wasesa ne company files nyina akwa akoma Al Jazeera for. Asem we are wicked doesn't make sense. Enti ushia atai na atai ka jo say me ye kronfo pa makoye arm robbery wa na atai ankwanko sesa enyema wawie free amanfo nche ya ma na ezata ye ntimi an show sika wawie tie chese onya amroba. What kind of logic is this? Atai ehia obi no ni di nko no se me ye kronfo pa o pese ye ko wia bank kra metimi am ye wia na saa na nansen bi mi ko wia bank bi wa ha ozo di atai ka nyansa bi ani bi ko atai ka so ye kronfo no wantumi amfa sika wawie free baby a wo ka se wa ba mo kro no wantumi amfa sika na ma. Look we asen won ye tell radio so ka what any reasonable patriot would do ne say asem na wose ye den ye hwehwem asem na wose ye hwehwem ade o mampanyi Akufuado no nko ne o mampanyi a waba betena Ghana konwa so ana ade na de bia akronfutachi amu e wo wiase bo ne din se o mo ne na ebokro no yeti kromu wa kwesi nyantachi ba bonten be ka se on investors anas ne ko che no on video o say momma me sika na me ne mu nyina ye mfa nko mampanyi Akufuado ho ne ye mfa nko bribe no ye kwa mo nka nche ne se enye se sika no mo mfa mame o na wagie adwane o se mo mfa sika ne mame ba me ne mu nyina na ekọ ne ye kwa mo nka nche na Nado se ye nim se wa ye campaign wa boka enti ji we na fate uka so enye esuma se dwedi otane o mampanyi Akufuado dia ko benya kokodu aka sa na cha investors say ya na MPP for brabra so influence peddling dwane num keke mo woni guase aba. And now your body so ye Ghana nia e yanim guase. Why? Mampanyi bebrebe wo wiase nyina Alessa Matthias omo ne omo bokro no enum na Nado class prefect on the defense. It's what about the other African countries? And you are saying that when the person has confessed say we committed crimes for Ghana including inflated projects my yen hwehwem because one fa contract documents am Al Jazeera for. What kind of wab logic is this? Now, omo response ne saying, and then me kind na nasanti be dear to letter no misreye my trend on my social media handles cry say ya asre sempa the comic relief asre sem wa ba this week yem fa ngege ani
letter no
ahuro do rather same way na wo kan ye no cry no wo hwandwiru journalist na djuma ne se wo ye ne hwehwemu na hwehwemu na asem bi wo mu na efa wo ho a oba wo nchen na wo so obetie wano asem ana meboa me ba cho Alessa Matthias ka say na damfo ne o mampanyi Akufuado Oye ne lawyer no ne boa no ma ne boss akro no we nyina no de na nado ne nimpenyu for share ma wo no. Al Jazeera for did they contact President Akufo-Addo for the response or not? Obi did they contact him or not? They contacted him. And now bedia to letter non kan. Paragraph 2 or say the president was contacted. Ye bisa no say o mampenye Akufo-Addo. The Alistair Matthias akafa huni. Ghana for muntie ye. Obi tie ni ye. Alistair Matthias say na dan for no ne lawyer ne wo na wo boa no ma ne bokro no or smuggle gold $40 million. Wo na man inflated contracts. Eye no kra na nya no kra. O mampenye Akufo-Addo say Alistair Matthias no me akra men kai ne papa o. Or say I have no recollection of him. Obi me na omo bisa me say na make say ye entro oboa because Alistair Matthias me nim ni bebia and obi me boa. Unya hu say hu sua law. Witness sa ojina daka mu obisa ne question say menkai bia oboa bibi wom because I menkai na ho ka no or cover the tracks I say hey me ka say nim na e bia na nkofo ikita bibi nti me she dan ka say menkai. So once the president couldn't deny categorically and said he doesn't have any recollection, so why akwa ne lawyer da no. Al Jazeera all they had to do was to incorporate president response in their documentary. And yes, the ethics of journalism today. And they incorporated it. Oh, documentary no can we say you be so mampenye Akufo-Addo no or say on kai no. So yene was say ye judgment. O mampenye antimi anka say onim no or say on kai. Na ya sresem bi say o mampenye Akufo-Addo since 2000 onye law. Onye law la Alistair Matthias was 40 something years old. Into that be na Akufo-Addo be a lawyer ni ade na for 23 years ni o mampenye Akufo-Addo practice law. And before Detroit there. Mu Detroit so amoma mpoma kra na ho na masa. Ene Ghana Attorney General and Minister of Justice Godfrey Yeboah Dame. Your friend to the Badame 2003. Do you know that? And you say na Godfrey o mampenye Akufo-Addo kwa ka say Godfrey Dame ye na kura pa on ne tete no woni law chamber no. O say o ye proud of Godfrey Dame and Justice Yoni Kolendi, Justice of the Supreme Court of Ghana, because ono neteti omo as lawyer for nketwa e woni chamber Akufo-Addo prempe enko. Na say ye frɛ Godfrey Dame be ye lawyer 2003 dia. No man penye Akufo-Addo so netete ne dia. Esi den aka so Akufo-Addo practice law since 2000. Akufo-Addo ne krata e dia dance ye say since 2000 or resign here as a partner of Akufo-Addo prempe enko na we enfa. Is he still not a partner of that firm? I don't know who the trosa. Alistair Matthias me catch them on ne ewa Sempa FM 2014 NDC abreso ye che no police for che no because ne partner be ye case tia ne say wabu ni kwasia we wi anisika unim ne lawyer Justice Yoni Kolendi, the man who President Akufo-Addo say we na koda on ne tete no woni chamber na waba be catch Akufo-Addo has no connections with him. Umo krono na udu kejeti ani e pai konfo ubedwane ayede umo krono a mumpo ne wase ka mu call for hwehwemu ana obi meboa
na hwan lawyer na Yoni Kolendi Matthias
Alistair Matthias.
So why did he say Akufo-Addo?
Now that can't you see it? Yeah, law no.
Professional law. Why did he say
Masa lawyer penyaji case not their mark rather. Your friend holding brief for his senior. Omunya do that topic no omunya chere mo law. It is a man penye Akufo-Addo say ono netete Justice Yoni Kolendi as a lawyer e won a law firm. And Justice Yoni Kolendi na ye Matthias Alistair Matthias lawyer abra a police for chain wo Ghana. Masa hona me de besi abadwen me etie me no omfa mu aba. Obi, are you listening to me? It is a lie that President Akufo-Addo has not practiced law since 2000. A barefaced lie. Munya ya trono. Enti asem no mo pomu mpo ye behwehwem. Now to Frempong,
but he couldn't be practicing when he was Attorney General, could he?
Massa, or your Attorney General,
sure.
But still, our law office, law chamber. Dr. Yino, Deputy Attorney General, no near Yine and Feli.
Oh, yeah,
it is a Obiba now as a senior lawyer. On to be Fanema Eduji Tamakuluze, Eduji Yamakra will be chamber to your lawyer.
How are you connecting it? On what basis now lawyer?
Once you, the senior, do that, the person can still say, you, the senior man who referred him to the young lawyer. When your lawyer, don't express the person is still right.
But I mean, in 2014, now Yoni are forming a law firm.
The guy is a lawyer.
Right now, Obi.
Oh, John,
Obi, see, my man,
yeah.
Ube a lawyer, young lawyer. Na me mesa mejen fee. Ebi a me wa bem politics inti my busy. Na minya obi e madam for na minya case. I can refer the person to you. What the point I say? Now that person that person now may refer a man who call young lawyer no I will represent no. But he still sees that because it was a senior lawyer and a refer to the young lawyer no. He will see the senior assembly about senior lawyer no beko. Master, don't expose yourself. Mumpo ye be hwehwem. Sana bawomia you should charge bisu $250,000 per ye can say investor appearance fees and the keka ho. What you say bawomia G appearance fee bribes. Na kwesi nya ntachi mamo bribes. Na it say Alista Matias so the same thing. Mo pesa mo ye ne katasu mu aso. Madapa and na dead. You nyame na pa na na do honto. Now on this girl I'm saying matter is it miracles. When you were talking I didn't order a word in you Tobo. I'll give you. Abranti ya wo studio here your friend no. Abranti wo studio here your friend no miracles Abuaji.
Dennis Canadino.
Dennis medase. Or say NDC for Frempong Boaten say ye galamsey pa ewo Ghana enti the ewo report di mu no yeso ye gitu mu ana obi minu ana expose ni hu say on parking kind. That is why he has said so because Frempong Boaten be bia ni wa ewo in this 37-page report or say NDC for ye galamsey. There is no part of this report and I'm just trying to find that relevant portion. What Frempong Boaten said, and he said, NDC for a well established in small scale mining. Obi, small scale mining. Ghana mrama hokwai. Paragraph 5, page 3. Muntie de Frempong Boaten kai. It is well known in small scale mining circles that NDC members and sympathizers were well established in small scale mining. Me pa to we galamsey. Atrofo mun kenkan na ma betena radio so na mo mislead amanfo asemu Frempong Boaten abeto we a wo akora keto asuko no ma wote ha wo so pa ne di na tem no obi na se baby Frempong Boaten na tifia dui eni se Dennis ekasa ne ho sa
Dennis o kasa men kasa akola
o se eni se wo kasa sa oh obi Dennis pa men kasa sebi metie ya me kase me ne na do nya adwen de but ye kasa ye mani die ye den ye de nidie ma de nidie se fata no hwe papa no ye minister for environment and science
so me 2 minutes
and need 2 minutes o kasa 27 minutes afei na makasa 18 minutes
who need 2 minutes
America now Sami you are ending in 2 minutes miracles relax
call miracles to order. I will not tolerate this offensive conduct on the platform.
You are ending in 2 minutes.
Dennis,
allow him.
Be very, very careful.
Sami, proceed.
I was quiet and I listen to you.
Don't do that.
Stop being a nuisance and stop being disruptive.
Sami,
stop being a nuisance.
Sami, proceed.
Obi. Frempong Boaten. Ono na da galamsey ekona no. Ene ne wa ba bonten de krata ba. Die NDC ya kan nyina omosi anya nokre no. Odi adanse aba be kire se ye nokre. Frempong Boaten say galamsey a MPP aban we mu mpanyifo ne omo party mpanyifo aye ne Ghana no. Ebi si Ghana bakose muda. Enya sa meje mfineka. Or say it has never happened in the history of Ghana say ye de yakwaye nyina ma China for any aban mu mpanyifo so mo fanye galamsey like o mampanyi Kufuor did. It is in the report. Mama breso seni entu galamsey asimpo a obi aniwa wo wi a 500 excavators obi aniwa masa river brain river ofin na ni ti say nwan. I have sent to you a picture of River Cobra according to Ekosiisen editorial wo ye say na River Cobra city under President Mahama na ni see at say wine. The picture you have it. Say mo streaming ade we social media, you can put it on any. Look at River Cobra according to Joy FM's Ekosiisen 20th February 2016 Mama Abreso na mo hwe Kufuor do 2017. Papa ne say and the Jubilee House the headquarters of galamsey. Jubilee House no a crime scene. Wabodi watu mrachesie people like Lokome, people like Protozwa, people like Charles Niteko Tego Professor Kwamomo Oma we are concessions at tono bakubia 2 billion cedis. And then the evidence is out there. Must say Ghana and show nyina, must say Ghana kwaye nyina, a do free pay any sick and plenty. And you still have me say be anywhere we are seeing what say. Omo mudi bone no, omo hunye say omo a omo nya kokoduro be defend omo mudi bone. What's your quote about betena nwumre? You are defending people who have destroyed our water bodies. Go to those communities where those water bodies are. Don't end me. Let me land. You allowed me to land.
I gave you 2 minutes.
I am going to land.
2 minutes.
Let me land. Obi, let me land. You gave him ample time. Let me land.
2 minutes.
Sammy, you're not intimidating. Obi,
Sammy, you are.
Nipa, eh, nya yare. Ni ebi wu. Makunkum Ghana this year bebre in the name of fighting galamsey. Mashibi fidia men no mo aduane abomo. And now, according to Professor Frimpong, what we know, say, mo ye ni nyina no na ye krokro de dwon. Mo party mo panyinfo say from national executives to unit committee, from President Kufuado to Bawomia to Ekowawusi to Professor Kwam to Osafo Manfo to Lord Kome to La Charles Nikwe Tego to Wun to me to John Bodu mo nyina galamsey fo nko. I say you so ni akwa ye nyina.
Sammy Jemfi.
Papa program we so.
MFA Power.
Look at the arrogance you are displaying on the show.
Meda se papa. Lawyer Sammy Jemfi and the attending can Ekosiisen in the higher FM. Miracles, ye ne doke we interview do 2 minutes quickly.
Mejuma and Obi and Wagana. Obi and Wagana have been 2 minutes each. Obi, can I speak?
No, I'm here. You are giving how many minutes?
I want him to be here, so I embarrass you.
You are giving how many?
Can I speak? Can you please
shut up? Shut up. Shut up and let me speak.
I want you to control it. You need to cooperate with
It's okay.
But if you are sitting,
let him talk. Let him talk.
Can you just leave and stop the nuisance? Professor from Bomante, what a reporting show. NDC for illegal mining. The guy is a pathological liar, and he says it with so much confidence. Or council no say the atom. Whoa, I will try and throw no. What's I catch me, Mr. Meno? Sukanoma. Meanwhile, you are lying. Obisha, Betie, or say, from what to say. In Wasa East District, a former NDC deputy minister who is also MP for Wasa East constituency has been actively mining in the Supreme area for years. Or say, when MPP party officials complained and the army component of the Operation Vanguard was withdrawn, almost 2 years to the 2020 elections, the NDC was given an advantage in terms of access to resources from mining. Obitiha. Or say, this is because there are far more NDC people engaged in illegal mining than MPP members in the region. It's in the Frimpong Boate report. The guy is a liar. He shouts and screams. He's a pathological lawyer. Or Trantro. Now me who lawyer to be here in the Trantro say that. Also Oka report no. He said it on record. Say Frimpong Boate said nowhere. Say NDC for engage in illegal mining. Frimpong Boate report or say this is because there are far more NDC people engaged in illegal mining than MPP members in the region. Sammy Jemfi is a liar. Obio trying to be a crumble.
Those are personal attacks.
Now we're not here. We're not the radio station.
Miracles. Tobo.
Nobody trying to be a
Miracles. You can say to say Sammy Jemfi is a liar.
I can't munu. I can't say I can't munu.
Ebia on way there. Ebia one.
Can I speak?
Obi, it's 3 minutes.
Behave. Come to me for the whole day. Let me talk.
Miracles. You have the
behave. What does that mean?
Miracles. Focus.
Sammy Jemfi has lied on your show. Sammy Jemfi told your listeners, almost deceived your listeners, said there is nowhere in the Frimpong Boate your friend is a report where he said he deceived them, and he almost walked out of the studio, allowing your listeners to live with the thinking. Say Frimpong Boate never said that. He's a liar. Frimpong Boate in his report stated verbatim, say the NDC were given an advantage. The NDC, or say, when the MPP officials complained that the army component of Operation Vanguard was withdrawn almost 2 years to the 2020 elections, the NDC was given an advantage in terms of access to resources from mining. This is because there are far more NDC people engaged in illegal mining than NPP members in the region. And then you have this guy, the National Communications Officer of the party, of the opposition party that wants to come to government, sits on your radio, and the painful thing is, before he even lied, he insults me. Then afterwards, he goes on to lie and deceive your listeners. Say, Frepop Boateng told everybody in this report that the NDC, his party, they are the ones who have destroyed the river bodies, because his parties are far more in illegal mining than the MPP. Let me tell you the next lie. Finally, report or the buyer on employment, and you see, Sami Jemfino, the guy is a liar. We can't throw with so much confidence. He lied, and I can't try them. I offer me a suko no there. Don't go away. Who Sami Jemfino friend me?
In relation,
the guy is a liar. One five one Boateng, but I don't know who correct Sami Jemfino as someone. Come to me, Gasama now. Or tell him no. Himself so to no can be ATB. Obi, yeah. Offer Dr. Baumia reports on the buyer now. Dr. Baumia gave a breakdown of employment. Obi, mami say a question. MPA employees, omo controller.
No. They are paid omo to omo hoka.
Why employees omo controller?
Dabi.
GMPC employees omo controller.
No.
Soko employees omo controller. Ghana Productive Safety Net employees omo controller. Ghana Secondary City employees omo controller.
No.
It took a trial radio so. Now what can say? MPP bar bemu. Now Ghana Ejumaya 4 627. Now what far budget no? Now budget they are showing 847,000. Into the idea back you see one kind. First of all, you don't read and you do it with so much arrogance. You say these things, lie, put out falsehood with so much arrogance that you don't even want to listen and learn because you are screaming and you don't want anybody to talk. Dr. Baumia and why and you? Dr. Baumia never said it's a public sector employment. 2 million. Or say public sector employment 1.28764. He hasn't read it. Or we normal breakdown. I have told you so many of the places are Dr. Baumia at the buyer. On controller. Or we understand about private formal employment. Private formal employment, private sector employment records no I was Senate. And no yet 975,164. This guy is a lawyer. He's supposed to be the one speaking for the biggest opposition party in this country. He sits on radio. He peddles falsehood and lies with arrogance and insults. And then he thinks that nobody should take him on. Two things that I end. Okay. Number one, Sami Jemfi tried to deceive us. Say, Dr. Frempong Boateng never said anywhere say NDC engaged in illegal mining is a lie. I have read a report where Dr. Frempong Boateng said verbatim, said NDC members are the majority when it comes to illegal mining. Number two, Sami Jemfi lied. Said Dr. Baumia say yeah the 2 million jobs about no controller. That is not what Dr. Baumia said. He hasn't read and yet he was speaking with so much arrogance. Dr. Baumia gave a breakdown and he's published it on his Facebook wall. He gave the public sector employment, private sector formal employment, and then even under public sector employment, he gave line by line. And yeah, Obia or yeah, Juma, our public sector and controller. Let this guy learn and stop the arrogance.
Right, Dennis Miracle Sabuaji and the attending canon. So I mean, only part in channel. Or interview.
Okay. Oh, my so you 5. I can do my.
Unya 5.
Oh, my 5.
Unya 5. My
this is the report.
Sure.
I think you better guesswork. Yen kind dear Professor Frempong Boateng kind or paragraph 5 or more referring to the NDC. Because you see, they are going around saying, say, Professor Frempong Boateng cited specific NDC MPs be some more galamsey. So
yes.
So are we to say that those NDC MPs are also doing galamsey? I am on record on City and in an interview with Umaru Sanda to have said say NDC media dance also ya galamsey no. I'm running in me because Galamsey na say you ni acquire no enye nipa mu yimu NDC nom sa cyanide polluted water no betumi awu MPP so no betumi awu behia no mun shem ne de ahye o mampenya kufu ado ne so the presidency at on the line to fight Galamsey, and that is what he must do. And this excuse NDC for so ye be no, it's neither here nor there. Who ye be a deal with them. But listen to it and listen to everything Frempong Boateng said at paragraph 5 in context to see say was he indicting NDC specific NDC MPs biso moye Galamsey, and I say he spoke about NDC for moye established in small scale mining. NDC MPB also oye Juma forest reserve mu. He was silent on whether or not oye legal or illegal mining. What he said, the concluding sentence, no, this when I said, is that a finding he had made through his work as a chairman of the interministerial committee. Also, it is well known in the small scale mining circles that NDC members and sympathizers were well established in small scale mining. But just small scale mining illegal and illegal.
Small scale mining illegal. Illegal small scale mining, legal small scale mining.
But Omo na bonten say from what say NDC for ye well established in illegal mining your friend Galamsey be ha oka small scale mining. What was what? Especially in the western region. They acquired several concessions in mineral rich areas during the long periods of NDC reign. Obi, so they had the money and other resources to not only sponsor NDC candidates, but also, but Obi, can I read this? Okasa me di. Talk. They acquired several concessions in mineral rich areas during the long periods of NDC reign. They had the money and other resources to not only sponsor NDC candidates, but also support independent candidates in the supposedly strongholds of the MPP. This is what happened in Evaluejura and Takwa constituencies. You realize that so far he's talking about NDC for more established in small scale mining or acquire concessions. Or when you secure also the sponsor candidates. Exactly.
Okay.
Then the next one. In the Wasa East district, the former NDC deputy minister, who is also MP for the Wasa East constituency, has been actively mining in the Subri forest for years.
Yes.
You see, it doesn't indicate whether he is doing legal mining or illegal mining.
Okay.
Good.
Then the next one.
Then it comes when MPP party officials complain and the army component Operation Vanguard was withdrawn almost 2 years to the 2020 elections. The NDC was given an advantage in terms of access to resources from mining. Okay? And Obe make it this last sentence running with.
You said
this is because MPP4 almost suspended Operation Vanguard for 2 years.
Yes.
And MPP4 is to say Adentina must suspend the Operation Vanguard because Mama NDC for any advantage or more acquire more concessions. Look at where he's starting from. Said the NDC concessions are in small scale mining. This is because there are far more NDC people engaged in illegal mining than MPP members in the region. This, for me, if you're doing a contextual interpretation of what the man is saying here, he's trying to say this was the complaint MPP people were giving.
That's not what he said.
So this is the advantage they have given the NDC. Because when you see what Frimpong Boateng was talking about, are you listening to me?
Me too.
When you listen to Frimpong Boateng's own statements about us, he starts by talking about NDC being established in small scale mining. Nowhere does he himself talk about NDC people engaging in illegal mining. In the last sentence, no more rely on. He is reporting to you the complaint of the MPP. Say MPP for complaining. Say Abina suspended Operation Vanguard. When we were getting Massa, you learn how to speak.
But Obi, what the guy is doing?
But let him finish.
What he is doing to your listeners?
Is this your time? You had your time. Allow me to speak.
Okay.
The guy lied. He has been caught hands down. He has been caught. And look at what you're lying. What you
No. It's okay. Sami, 46 minutes. 46 minutes after 6. No, employment issue. Timing. Sami,
I take a strong exception
for giving you time to react.
To go around.
Come into this. You lied and you've been caught.
Ekosiisen is in higher 94.7 FM. Miracles. Next Sami, you are young guys and people are looking up to you. Munya careful. Sami. You've made that point. Miracles, you've made that point. Sami Dabi. You're on radio. Miracles. Miracles. Sami.
Now I'm putting it on record. I'm putting it on record.
And arrogant at the same time.
The appendix 7 that I refer to does not list public sector employees who are paid by the controller. Obi, are you getting me? Appendix 7 lists the total number of public sector workers in ministries, departments, and agencies. And I'll break down every ministry, department, and agency. And you might call they are agencies.
You are a joke.
What about them? It is a lie. You are where you are creating. Massa, stop this on cool.
Okay, so about where you creating 2 million.
Massa, you have been the total number of public sector workers, including all the workers on more afforestation program, including workers on more GIDA, all of them, GIDA workers, they are under the Ministry of Employment and Labor. And to correct appendix 7 employment of labor workers no GIDA for home. Oko afforestation, Ministry of Lands and Natural Resources. Total number of workers account no more afforestation can be. All these workers, according to appendix 7 of the 2023 budget statement, 804,000. 1.2 million.
Mamenase.